This is an EWOP Impact animation by Michael Knoll, Roberta Feeder and Rosalind Searle. Its funders are on the screen now. For more information and outputs about work psychology, please visit www.ewopimpact.org. Why do people at work stay silent when bad things happen is a question asked by the media, research and practitioners. Organisational psychologists and researchers from many other disciplines have studied silence in the workplace. These have focused on situations in which people notice that something is wrong, inefficient, unethical or illegal, but do not raise or address this issue and keep critical information to themselves. Studies show that silence in organisations does not only occur because employees withhold their views, but also because others do not want to hear what is being said and turn away. This silence is problematic and can take different forms. Quiescent silence. People can stay silent because they fear negative consequences if they speak up. Diffident silence. They remain silent because they do not feel confident enough to raise their concerns. Acquiescent silence. Resignation is another reason why people may stay silent. This type of silence is when people think that nothing will change from raising their concerns. Disengaged silence. People can also stay silent because they simply do not want to get involved. Employees can think, "This is not my job," or they say to themselves, "I'm too busy to deal with this now." Prosocial silence. Silence can also have a prosocial root, with people staying silent because they do not want to embarrass others. Opportunistic silence. Or they can choose to stay silent for more opportunistic reasons, such as to avoid having additional work to do. Deviant silence. Another reason to stay silent can be to deliberately damage an organisation or harm others. However, silence is not always a deliberate choice. Employees can have implicit assumptions about challenging authorities. Such assumptions can be learned through early childhood experiences and socialisation processes that arise in the workplace. Irrespective of their origins, all forms of silence can have detrimental effects on the organisations and their stakeholders. However, it can also impact on the individual who withholds their opinions, questions, ideas and concerns. Within organisations, silence can hamper individual and collective learning. If early detection of errors and threats are missed, this can have consequences for employee productivity, safety and well-being. Silence within organisations can have effects on external stakeholders, including customers, patients and communities. Remaining silent can impact those who withhold their views. For example, it can have negative consequences for their mental health and well-being. Some silent employees will leave or be forced to leave the organisation, yet the silent culture will remain. Silence can become contagious as it spreads to employees who see others remaining silent in questionable situations or failing to raise concerns about something negatively affecting the organisational performance or others' well-being. Tolerating this situation can soon become a social norm, leading to a collective culture of moral disengagement. What started as a small secret becomes the general way of behaving, leading others to believe their own version of misbehaviour will be tolerated. Understanding why silence is occurring and enduring is important to finding solutions and reducing its negative impact on individuals, organisations and societies. Work psychology can devise ways to tackle these issues at their initial source in ways that people can feel supported to change behaviours. For example, through initial training when employees are more open and accepting, instead of later on when these antics are habitual, creating and correcting them can lead employees to feel ashamed and embarrassed. Work psychology can also develop cultural programs that look at organisational values and support people to raise their concerns and speak up. Although many professions might require people to speak up, It is important to understand how difficult this can be where wrongdoing is endemic. Silence is therefore rarely golden. What's hidden in your workplace?